Welcome to the Niagara Live Sessions with your host, Ken B. on BGX Radio.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining BGX Radio for another episode of Niagara Live Sessions. Today I have a great, amazing three-piece band hailing from Kelowna, which is in the heart of the Okanagan Valley in beautiful British Columbia. They were named one of SOCAN Canada's Ones to Watch, which is a recognition that highlights a band's rising potential in the music industry as exceptional songwriters. The band has also won 2 People's Choice Awards, taking home Best Emerging Band as well as Best Heavy Rock Band in their region, which further cements their status as a local and regional powerhouse heavy rock trio. That's quite a mouthful. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Quinn, Aria, and Jonah, more commonly known as Freeze the Fall. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Thank you all so much for doing this with us. I was really excited when I first heard you guys, which was actually through a response channel or a reaction channel on YouTube. And I thought, geez, these guys are pretty good. So went to your channel, checked out a few songs and said, I got to get these guys on air. I have to interview you guys. So here we are, but we're going to have we're going to have a good time here. We're going to get right into a few of the questions right now. So you guys ready?
Yeah, we are ready
Let's
to go.
do this. Okay. So first of all, as a band that's starting to make a name for yourself, what's been one of the most surreal moments that you've had? Like, you guys have been doing this for almost 2 years now, or around 2 years, right? So what's something that's kind of like a dream to you guys over the past 2 years that when it happened, it was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to us?
I feel like each of us would have maybe slightly varied answers.
I think so too.
For me personally, I think it was probably seeing us in a music video for the first time. That was really cool. We were sitting there, and our buddies Evan and Teddy from 26 Films, they were the film crew for all of our music videos, and they brought us this video, which was Glitch. It was our first single, first video, and we were just sitting there watching, and it was just so surreal to like see us in the video. I don't know, it was a really beautiful moment.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think another great one is our first time in the studio recording our debut EP, Thrones. I think the first time we were in there with Jordan from Udalali Recordings, that was a great experience and a really fun time that I didn't really think before getting into a band would be so awesome, but it really was, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Sorry. No, you go ahead.
no,
For me,
we can go back and forth all day. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, for me, it was the first time hearing our first single Glitch, like mixed and mastered, just hearing it like fully like radio ready. It was really, really cool to hear it like just like all together. It was really cool.
Right. It's definitely not the same as when you're playing it and having to redo parts over and over again. And you think, well, it sounds okay, but once it's all mastered and everything, it's like, wow.
Comes together.
For sure. And then also, this is just reminding me, I guess there's so many moments like this. I think all of them have to do with Glitch, because Glitch was just like, it was such an important moment for us, right? Because that was like first time out in the world. We had the day that Glitch came out, I remember we went to the radio station and we had an interview there, and they played Glitch on the radio. And we could see all the comments that were coming in as people were listening. And it was just so surreal to stand there and be like, oh my God, our song is on the radio. And people loved it. So, yeah.
Wow. I feel you. I totally do. Now, around that time, that's when you started doing some live stuff, right? So performing live is super exciting, especially the first couple times you do it. Can you describe your first live performance, and what did you learn from that experience? Like what can you improve upon, because it's never perfect the first time, right?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That was at
Our school.
oh yeah,
That
okay,
was
I
the
guess that would be the
first-
first time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like our show. It was for our school. There was like this well, okay, we were in a program called commercial music, and basically there was this like Christmas show where they got everyone in any type of like arts program, so like dance or like concert band or commercial music. They would all go up on stage and everyone would play like a song or two. And
Right.
so that was our first time performing. Was we wrote a song, One Less Standing, specifically for that occasion because our other songs were too heavy for that. And yeah, we got up there and we performed the song, and yeah, it was definitely quite the experience.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yes.
I remember I was hitting the drums super light and delicately, because I didn't want to like drown out the girls at all. So I was super scared, had super tentative playing. But after that show, that pretty much went out the window, that whole line of thinking. Um, so yeah, I guess that's what I improved on.
Aria?
I think just like having more stage presence, that's something like I think I'm continuing to work on even now. But just like then I remember like watching the videos like the next day. It's like I was like standing there. I gotta be cool, you know? So I guess just like working on like not only playing the music but like performing it as well.
And
For
it's
sure.
it's definitely really beautiful to see like how much that we do improve as we keep
For
going
sure.
along, because I remember like that night or the night after or whatever, I remember like watching the video of that performance and I was like, oh my God, this is like the best thing ever. This is so cool. I found it like a month or two ago and I like couldn't finish it. I was like, this is not the best. This is definitely a first performance.
I was just gonna say that because, by the way, I don't know if any of you know, I'm a drummer and I toured with some bands and when I was a little older than you guys. But when we would play for the first couple times, and then like a year or two later, we look back at what we did, and it's like, oh my God, we sucked. But at the time, you're like, we're gonna be rock
That was the best thing
stars,
ever,
right?
yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that when like, at least for myself, like when I'm looking back at like those old videos of us, I think like it's really easy to be like, oh, this is so bad and whatever, whatever. But I'm just remembering like how much fun that was in the moment, right? And how on
Absolutely.
top of the world you feel, and how like you can't put down that like the older version of like how you used to perform, right? Because it's all like building blocks to help get you to where you are. So
Absolutely. There's
important to
stepping
be,
stones, and even,
yes.
the whole idea is to move forward and to get better, and to keep your eyes open and recognize when something can be improved upon.
Absolutely.
Right.
And not to put yourself down for it. It's just something that you can improve on.
Absolutely.
Just
You
keep
can't
going.
succeed unless you fail.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about the first song that you guys all wrote together as a band? Like, what was the process like? How did you think your songwriting has evolved since that first song?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so our first song was called Insomnia, and it was I remember we were like at my house and it was like 4 in the morning and Quinn was like sleeping and I just like randomly just like played like the first few notes. I was like, hey, we could turn that into a song one day. And then a couple months later we circled back because we started off by doing some covers and stuff, and then when we started doing originals, we came back to that little riff and wrote a song around it. We definitely just like improved songwriting, like I think altogether, like pretty much every aspect, like lyric writing and like just like collaborating our ideas together and being like more like I guess to the point with what we're trying to write. I think that's definitely grown a lot since our first song.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so focusing more on a theme or the topic of the song.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And just having more of like a direction rather than just like writing like whatever, which is still fun too, but just having more of like I guess just like an idea of where we're trying to get with the song and a message that we're trying to convey with it.
Right.
Yeah,
That
100%.
makes complete sense.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So we're gonna play some of your songs right now, or we're gonna start with the first one, and this is actually the very first song, or well, the first song we're gonna play is actually your most recent single, which is VHS. And tell us a little bit about the song itself and how did you come up with the song? And we're going to talk about, because we're going to be playing the video, but we'll talk about the video after it's over. But tell us a little bit about the song itself and how it came to be, and yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. This song kind of came to be through a riff, and we found that this riff actually sounded too much like one of our other songs, Daughters of Witches. So we had to change that, and we're like, okay, let's throw some triplets in there. Why not, right? And it ended up sounding really cool and pretty heavy. So we put that in there, and we kind of make this song like an ode to our love for horror movies. And that's what the music video was very heavily inspired by, as you can probably
You think? What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's kind of how that song came to be.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to watch this video, or if you're listening on BGX Radio, you're just going to hear the song, but you'll actually be able to go and check out the video, as we will have the link available to everyone. So this is it. The very first song, this is VHS by Freeze the Fall. Okay, that was an awesome video. Oh my God. So who came up with the concept of the video itself? And tell us what it was like to film it. I mean, it looked like it was a friggin' hoot and a riot to do it. It looks like you guys would have had so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So, one of our goals that we've always had was that we really wanted to tell stories in our music videos, which is not something that we had done before that because our other videos, were just kind of, it was us playing with like this cool backdrop and stuff, right? But
Right.
then when we got to VHS, we were like, okay, it's inspired by, like Jonah said, our love of horror movies. So we see like a really big opportunity here, right? To like kind of like create this whole story. And so we worked very closely with our friend Evan, who also played the serial killer and he also directed the video. So we were just back and forth a lot with him, just bouncing ideas off of each other of like what will the storyline be and what is everyone's characters going to look like and like how are we going to bring this whole thing together. So
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Incidentally, you mentioned your love of horror flicks. Each one of you, what's your favorite horror flick?
Okay. Okay. Um.
Let's start with Jonah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay.
Tough question.
I think the first Saw movie has to be my favorite. I had it on Blu-ray and my mom let me watch it a little too young, but that's okay because then I just got into horror movies earlier, right?
Well,
So
that explains your position in the video.
exactly. Um, so yeah, that's my
How
favorite.
about Quinn?
Well, he stole my answer. I also love the first Saw movie, but if I had to pick something else, I'd say Midsummer because I love that it's like it's set in this beautiful like horror movies are usually very dark in color and
Yeah.
everything. But Midsummer is the opposite of that. It's flowers and sunny days and stuff, but it's like so dark and culty, and I love the contrast of those. I think it's really,
Nice.
really beautiful.
For
And
me, Jonah also stole my answer. I also love the first Saw. But besides that, I really like this one called The Hereditary. I haven't watched it in a minute, but it's just it's just lots of jump scares. It's just like, I don't know, it gets your blood racing, and I like that one.
I'm pretty sure the same person who made Hereditary also made Midsummer. I could be
I
wrong
think
on
so.
that, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
Yeah.
think
sure.
that's right.
Yeah.
okay, wow. Okay, those are all newer movies, right? Well, Saw's a little bit older, but
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
ones are all newer. Have you guys ever seen The Exorcist,
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
the original?
Mhm.
That's my favorite of all time.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Classic.
that's a good choice. Yeah.
It's just because it's a classic, you know.
Yeah,
But,
of
Mhm.
course.
okay, so I noticed in a few of your videos, particularly Daughters of Witches and Masquerade, that your outfits seemed to be goth inspired. Is there a gothic element to your music, or was that just kind of a fluke?
I don't I think it's because there is this love of like vintage stuff. I think that's where that comes from. And there's definitely a lot of that in goth, especially more like romantic goth style with like lace and like really old vintage like candles and such. So I
Right.
don't think like we didn't really make it with the intention of like let's make this look gothic. It was more just like I think just combining just a bunch of cool looks that we liked and we really especially me, I really love like the vintage stuff and we wanted to combine that with like this darker side because our music does have like that dark heaviness to it.
Mhm.
So yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And what was it like wearing a mask while playing
It's
drums? A
it's
lot of
pretty
muscle
cool.
memory going on there.
Yeah, it's not difficult to see, but it's also kind of stress relieving because sometimes I make like goofy faces when I'm drumming, but I don't actually have to worry about that when I have the it's like the musician's face kind of when
We get into it.
yeah, when you really get into playing.
Very intense and
Yeah, but with the mask you don't have to worry about that, so that's nice. But
oh
it does
wow.
get really gross and sweaty, so that's the downside.
Sweaty's not bad. It just means you worked hard, right?
Yeah.
I remember
Uh,
your masks had like makeup on them too and stuff at
Yeah.
the end of the day. Just like,
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Ew.
It means it was a job well done though.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, what's been the biggest challenge so far that you guys have faced as a band and how did you overcome it?
That's a good
It's a
question.
very good question.
Yeah.
I think it would probably be a little bit different for each of us
Okay.
individually.
Yeah.
Think on that one for a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go think.
Give us a sec here.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think interviews, because I think, well,
Oh,
all
okay.
of us,
Yeah.
all of us are pretty introverted, and so like to always be doing like interviews and stuff at first was difficult, but we've definitely gotten the hang of it, and we've gotten a lot better at like all talking equally and like building off of each other's ideas and stuff. And like we enjoy interviews now. Like it's a really great way to like connect with people and to really like
Sure is.
explain like the intention behind what we're doing. And it really feels great that we've gotten to a point where it's more comfortable to
Yeah.
talk about that type of stuff,
For sure.
especially for art, right? Because it's so vulnerable, and so sometimes it's scary to like explain like what you were thinking or what you were going through or what the intention was.
Mhm.
But yeah, so just practice. That's how we are getting better at that, and
For
we will
sure,
continue
yeah.
to improve.
Oh, of course you
Um,
will. Of course
yeah.
you will. And from the interviews and everything that I've seen, you guys are pretty much nailing it. Anybody else
Thank you.
watching it would think, no, these guys aren't teens.
Thank you so
We
much.
appreciate that a lot.
So we're gonna listen to the next song right now. We're gonna listen to Glitch. And so what can you guys tell me about the song itself? What is it about, and what inspired it?
Okay, so the song is basically, it's about being very empathetic and having to like carry the weight of like, you know, the problems and whatnot that everyone around you is going through, and kind of wishing that you could be a little less human and a little more robotic at times, so you don't have to carry that. Do you guys want to talk more about the rest of Glitch and how we came to make it and stuff?
Oh, okay. Honestly, I don't remember a lot from writing Glitch, but I know for the drums specifically, I wanted to keep it pretty simple. And the drums more commercialized. For our first single, we wanted it to be like we hadn't thought about this at this point, but I knew that we wanted some more radio friendly song to go out there first, and I was
Right.
kind of thinking ahead with the drums there, and I wanted it to be more simple and easy to
Accessible.
digest, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
So
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. Okay. Did you want to add anything, Aria? Or?
I was just remembering, we wrote that song in the summer of 2023, and Jonah had a broken arm. I remember that was interesting
Oh.
learning how to write with that. I don't know, that's random, but yeah.
No, I remember that because
Yeah.
he broke his arm, and then we were writing that song, and I remember you were like, we were playing like the bass and the guitar parts to like show him what we were thinking, and then he was like mentally being like, okay, I could like do this here and this here. And he had to like wait a few weeks until he could actually like play it.
Maybe that's the real reason why the drums were so simple. I was just playing it with one hand.
Yeah, I remember
Okay.
you sitting there with like only one hand, and you're like, okay, so like this arm would be doing this, but like just imagine that like
Just pretend, right?
I forgot about that.
Oh, wow.
There you
Okay. Wow. So let's listen to it right now. This was actually, if I'm not mistaken, your very first single ever released, and that happened on February 1st, 2024. So this is Freeze the Fall and Glitch on BGX Radio.
exist to tire
Okay, so now you guys are all seniors in high school, right?
Yes.
All three of you.
Almost.
Okay.
I'm in grade 12 and they're in grade 11.
Yeah.
Grade 11. So within the next year or two, right? So how do you balance the band, practicing, photo shoots, live gigs, your school responsibility, time with friends, etc., etc.? I mean, it sounds like you guys would rarely get even a chance to sleep at night.
Yeah.
It's just funny that we're talking about this because finals week was last week and they're done their work, but I'm not, and I was up until 5 in the morning trying to get
Yeah.
my work done.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah, this was the time to mention it. But
Yeah,
overall we're good with keeping up with it though, Jonah.
Yeah, I think we're good at keeping up with I think it's mostly school takes up a lot of time, right?
Absolutely.
I think like school and band are like the main two like colliding things, right? But I think the main thing for us is just being able to communicate with each other very well and seeing when we need that time to focus on maybe we got a test tomorrow. Oh, I got to study tonight, guys. Sorry, I can't make it to practice. Like that thing, we just have to be like good with communication. So I think that's really important.
Okay. Okay. Which actually brings me to another question. This is an unscheduled question. Are any of you three actually in the school band by chance?
No.
We all were at one point,
Yeah,
but not currently.
Yeah, so for me, I guess we can go individually. So for me, from grade 7 until grade 10, I played the trombone in band classes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I played the drums in middle school band, but
Okay.
nothing in high school.
All
Yeah,
right.
for me, grade 8 to 9, I did bass in the concert band.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's kind of when you guys got into your instruments and stuff, with of course the exception of Quinn.
Trombone.
Now,
Well, when
I
let me
would
play
love to
guitar.
see you put a trombone part in one of your songs, but I don't think
That
that's
would be
going to happen
funny.
anytime soon. Okay, so I know that all of your parents are playing a really big part right now in the progression of the band and in pretty much all aspects of it. So my question is, at that age when I was young, I was trying to stay as far away from my parents as possible. Okay, so my question is, first of all, you guys obviously have a really good relationship with your parents, but what's it like working that closely with your parents all the time when everybody else just kind of wants to stay as far away as possible?
To be honest, it would be kind of impossible without them. Like they do so much. They take on all the business aspects of being in a band. So like driving us to practices, emails from like people and stuff, and like interviews and things. They help us with all of that kind of stuff. And they don't tell us to do anything they want with the music and stuff. All the creative choices, they don't interfere with that at all. So they're super helpful with the band, and it never really feels like oh, mom, go away, like it's really nice to have the support from them. It would be a lot harder if there's some of them that were like, maybe not.
Yeah, they definitely give us the space to do our thing, and ultimately, like every single decision and every aspect of the business that is raise a fall, it's always like we make the final decision on everything. So it's not like our parents are telling us what to write and they're doing this and they're doing that. They're so important to, like Aria said, the business side of it, but we are the ones who like make the decisions, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. So they kind of guide you, but you guys choose in the end where you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they also make sure that like whatever they're learning along the way about like whatever part of the music industry, they sit down and they like tell us what they learned as well, because they want us to be able to also like, if this is our careers now, like we should know everything we can about the music industry, and we should know how to like do our own thing and be okay without them also. So yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
So is this what you guys want to actually do then once you graduate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the plan.
That's the plan. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So are or were your parents musicians when they were younger? And if they were involved in music, how did that influence you guys, whether it's with the band or with your own musical interests?
Yeah, so my dad, when he plays the drums, he was in a couple bands with his friends when he was younger, and also his like music taste really, he like would play a lot of his music taste for me growing up, and that kind of helped me find my music taste. Of course, like it varies and stuff, but he was very influential in me like deciding to play the bass, and in the music I listened to. And originally, like he would teach me drums when I was like really, really young. That was a long time ago, and I couldn't play anything now. But yeah, it was mostly my dad that got me into music, and yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, neither of my parents played instruments unless you count my dad doing trombone as well in high school. But yeah, I wouldn't say that they have influenced me musically other than like what I grew up listening to. A lot I like grew up on the radio and classic rock and stuff, so I guess you could say that that influenced me, and yeah.
My parents are avid music consumers, but they both would tell you that they could not play an instrument to save their lives. But that's
That sounds exactly like what something they would say.
yeah.
Well, at least they admit it to you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so like now, besides your original music, I had asked you to choose a couple songs that are not your own, but just songs that you guys enjoy. And to be honest, I was kind of surprised at a couple of your choices. The first one that we're going to listen to right now is Aria's choice. And the name of the song is You Are What You Fear, and it's by Banshee. Now, to be honest, I had never heard, and as a lifelong DJ and somebody who's worked in radio and that kind of thing, I'm kind of embarrassed to actually say that I've never heard the band before. This was the very first time, so thank you for turning me on to a different band. But I had never heard Banshee before this request. So what I really liked about the band is it's got like a pop, dance, metal feel to it, like all together. Kind of reminded me of one of my favorite bands, which is Amaranth. Like the style and everything, but why did you pick this song in particular to play today?
Yeah, similar to you. I really like the like pop elements in it. It's kind of like a standout in my music taste. It's like very like, I don't know, almost happy. But I really like just like the really, really heavily like vocal effects over the vocals, and like really like poppy vocals, but then like layered beneath the screams. I think that's just a really unique sound because it's not a metal song, but it's like screamy pop. That's what like Banshee herself calls her music.
Right.
But yeah, I really, really love the vocals in it. It's like super melodic and angelic, but then underneath there's like the screaming in it, which I think is a really, really cool
The
sound.
harsh vocals, yeah. And at the beginning, it's very, very serene. It's almost like something you could, you'd play when you're sitting in your backyard watching the moon and
it's a very good
stars
nighttime
go
song.
by, and then it gets a little heavier and it's like, okay, we can't do that anymore.
Yes.
But anyway, without further ado, let's check this out. This is Banshee and You Are What You Fear in Me.
Seek forgiveness, send me to the wilderness, hoping I'll be in or fall off a cliff, but the trees know better. You are nothing special. The rat snake consumes itself. How original. Only a coward hard to face. Thought you had something to say. Throw me to the wolves, punish me for your sins. Burden me with your guilt, so it will eat me instead. Throw me to the wolves, sacrificial lamb. It won't work like you think. You are what you fear in me. Are you gonna kill me like you murdered the truth? It repeats forever as long as you hate yourself. And the trees know better. You are nothing special. The rat snake consumes itself. How original. Only a coward hard to face. Thought you had something to say. Pull me to the wolves, punish me for your sins. Burden me with your guilt, so it will eat me instead. Throw me to the wolves, sacrificial lamb. It won't work like you think. You are what you fear in me.
So with the rise of digital platforms like social media and such, how do you engage with your fans online, and what role do you think social media should play and is playing in your band's growth?
I think for us as a band, maybe this doesn't apply to all musicians, but we have a lot of reactions to our music constantly, and it's really cool because we can go watch them and comment and stuff and interact with them. And it's cool that people all around the world are doing that, and we can just interact with them and see what they're thinking about our music.
And
right?
it's really nice because then they meet each other as well, like the fans, and they find people who have similar interests or similar music tastes. So it's really cool to see the community, just how it's growing and to watch it be built.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So what's been the biggest surprise about being in a band that you didn't anticipate when you first started?
Yeah, I need a sec.
Think,
Yeah, because I feel like there's probably lots of things, but I've been like in it for like a while now, so I kind
just
of gotta think about it.
Yeah, I think the most surprising thing to me is just the amount of work that goes into it, not only in the music, but all the work that goes into the other things you don't necessarily see. And it's just the sheer amount of things, right? Like the marketing, the social media, the merch even, right? And
Yeah.
everything that goes into a live show, the sound, all of that. Those things are insane. The managing, it's just it's all so much, and it really surprised me how much work goes into it and how much of a team you need to really build that up and be successful with all those different aspects. So that really surprised me.
For sure. When you watch it from the outside and you're looking at other bands, it seems easy because you're only seeing this much of it, right?
Yeah,
And
precisely.
once you're in it, it's a total reality check.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
Yeah, I think for me, probably like along the same lines, what surprised me the most is how far in advance you have to plan things. Like you have to be thinking like 6 months
Yeah.
to a year in advance for like every single thing you're gonna do, even with little things like interviews or like going into the studio or whatever it is.
Mhm.
Everything has to be so organized and
so
so
organized.
planned out.
Yes.
For
Right.
sure. Yeah.
Right. Sounds good. Sounds good. So aside from hard rock and metal, because I know that's primarily what you guys probably listen to, are there any other bands or genres that you like and listen to?
Yeah. I like some more chill music from time to time, like alternative or like even some Tame Impala is really awesome. Uh, yeah, like Gorillas, that kind of thing. I like those more chill artists when I'm just feeling low key, you know.
Okay.
Um, I I don't know. I love a lot of different music. I like
Yeah.
to listen to like if I'm like studying or something, I like to listen to some like classical music or some chill like piano music. But I also really love artists like Paris Paloma and Kiki Rockwell and Aurora. But then yeah, I also love metal music. So kind of all over the place.
For
Right.
sure. Yeah, I'm really into like I don't know, like moody pop right now, like 21 Pilots and stuff. I don't know. It's pretty fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So you're not just focusing on what you guys play or the genres that you guys play. You guys
Mhm.
have other interests elsewhere, which is awesome.
Yeah,
For sure.
and it
So
definitely like, sorry, it
no,
definitely
no,
like helps out when you're writing as well because it's so easy to go down this rabbit hole of like only like listening and writing songs that are like in a certain like
For
branch,
sure.
I guess. But to be able to be like, okay, well, what if we listen to this song from this completely different genre and we can try to like get some inspiration from that and
Mhm.
put it into this idea.
yeah,
I think that's definitely very helpful and it definitely creates a very unique sound
For
for
sure.
sure. So
Yeah,
Definitely.
and I think expanding further on that, it's when you're writing music nowadays, everything's taken, right? Everything's been done.
yeah.
So
yeah,
you really have to think outside the box, and I think genre bending and taking different genres, mixing them all together in one big potion. I think that's a really cool way to get a creative sound. So I think listening to different genres is an easy way to therefore like apply that to your music.
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also to be able to like give yourself the space to do that and to just let yourself play around with different genres and different inspirations and not worrying about like, oh, well, this song has to sound like this and this song has to sound like that, but more just like really like people sometimes forget that it's art. It's really
Yeah.
art and there's no rules and you should just make whatever it is that you feel you need to express in that moment. So,
Mm.
yeah.
no, absolutely. Yeah, it's very easy to get tunnel vision, okay,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and to focus on like one genre or one style or whatever, but you're very much limiting your creative ability when you do that. So you guys are starting off with a good approach, and hopefully you guys keep that up. So
Hmm.
um, we are, let's see here, where am I? Okay, so music often serves as a very powerful medium for expression, emotions, and feelings, and that kind of stuff. So, is there a theme or a message that you feel especially passionate um, about conveying through the music you guys are writing?
That's a big question.
Like, what are the emotional and psychological things that you're trying to express to your listeners?
Yeah, I think that I wouldn't say that I don't think that we're a band who focuses on like a specific topic constantly. I think it's more just, um, I think we write about whatever is like really relevant to us, in our lives in that moment.
Definitely.
Like whatever that may be, like it could be anything. And I think that because we write whatever like we feel we need to write about in that moment, I think that people connect to that because it is so authentic and it is so like we pour ourselves into that music, you know?
Mhm.
Right,
So, yeah.
right. Good answer. I totally get it. But we're going to check out the next song here. And that one is One Left Standing. Now, when I listened to it actually about 5 or 6 times in a row. And the beginning 30, 45 seconds to me felt so passionate and heartfelt. So my question is, tell me about the meaning of the song. And because of the passion and everything that I drew from the song, did those emotions come from something personal for you? Like, did something in your life happen that it's like, I gotta make this into a song or something like that?
Right. So we wrote One Left Standing about the feeling of like as you get older and looking like obviously we're not like we're teenagers, but like as you get older, as you get a little older and you're like kind of looking back on your life and you're kind of worrying like have you like accomplished everything that you wanted to up until now and like have you like let your younger self down in any way? So in some of the lines it maybe seems like we're like talking to somebody and that somebody is like the younger version of yourself. But ultimately, like just with any of our songs, we want people to take away whatever they feel they need to from that music. So if they have like different interpretations of it, then that's so chill. Like we're good with that.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's a great tune. Like I said, I've listened to it. Besides that first 4 or 5 times, I probably listened to it about a dozen times. And
Wow,
aside
thank you
from
so much.
VHS, that's probably my favorite one. I have to say.
Thank
So,
you.
So we're going to listen to that right now. It was released in July 2024. This is Freeze the Fall and One Left Standing on BGX Radio.
I can't seem to find a use for my time. Sit and stare behind, and I can't seem to find the evidence inside. Show the world I won't be broken. I don't know what is worse, to have to come in last or to know you're all alone in first. Wish I could stare inside your heart, then I'd understand why you held on, but I just couldn't. The face inside my dreams was me, and I gave in everything. Ain't it funny how
once again, that was One Left Standing by Freeze the Fall. And we have Quinn, Jonah, and Aria here still on BGX Radio, Niagara Live Sessions. So we're going to get right back into the questions. So the next one, what music were each of you exposed to growing up? Like, what did your parents listen to? And if any, did the music your parents listened to influence the music you like today?
I grew up on like a lot of 80s and also grunge music. My dad also really likes Foo Fighters, so that's influenced me, and I really like them a lot too. So yeah.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, I grew up on a lot of like 90s and 2000s like new metal and hard rock and stuff. It's definitely influenced my music taste today. I still listen to a lot of it. Mostly my dad. My mom listens to like Kenny Rogers and stuff, so kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. But after my after my
I
brother
didn't mean that really. Right?
I'll get to each their own, to each their own.
After my brother and I ended up gravitating towards my dad's music taste, she ended up just like being like, fine, I give up. I'll do it as well. Now she likes it. So yeah, he kind of just like owns the music, and then I was seeing he knows it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh man. I grew up on a lot of like Tragically Hip and also Sarah McLachlan and stuff like that. My parents liked a lot of like kind of like indie, like kind of like folk music almost, but also yeah, like a lot of Tragically Hip. I
Well,
don't
the two
know.
bands you mentioned are what's known as CanCon, which is Canadian content. It sounds like she might really enjoy a lot of Canadian,
Yeah.
Bryan Adams, and you said folk. So, what's his name? Sudbury Saturday Night. Oh, shoot. Stompin' Tom.
Oh yeah.
Stompin' Tom Connors. That's
Yes.
anyway. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're all
I
good. You're
digress.
all good. I think that if their music taste influenced me, I think the influence would be just to like I kind of listen to everything because I think they kind of listen to everything, and to kind of just like be open to all music.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you could collaborate with any artist or band, regardless of genre, who would it be and why? I have a good idea that I know who it is, but I'm not going to say it out loud. So you guys go ahead.
I feel like we each have individual answers to this.
Wait, what was the question?
Who would we collaborate with?
Okay.
Stay in class.
But he was
after
on
school.
Planet Mars.
So, no, if you could collaborate with any band or artist, who would it be and why?
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like we each have individual answers. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'd want to collaborate with Gojira because that means I get to play a show with Mario Duplantier, and that would be pretty cool. He is the drummer for Gojira,
Yeah.
by the way. If you guys know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
It's a really solid choice. I
Quinn?
say this all the time. I would pick Bring Me the Horizon. They're literally like my holy grail. I love them.
Okay.
They're just like inspired every aspect of like music in my life, so I'd love to do something with them.
I think I would want to collaborate with there's this duo from Russia called Ice Peak, and they've collaborated with a lot of artists in like similar genres to us, and it always turns out so cool because they just have such a unique style and like vibe, and I think it would be so cool.
That would be
So
so
cool. I think
That
our
would be
music
awesome.
would be like perfect
I think
for
we
each other.
do something cool with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And then to like maybe perform live with
Yeah.
them would be so cool.
I love their like stage aesthetic too. They have a very cool look
Yeah,
live.
there are artists who are very like the way they present themselves like on social media and the way they dress and everything. Like there's like such a cohesive like
It's a
you
very
know
big
their
part of
look.
their music. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. That's totally not where I was thinking you were going.
What were you thinking?
It starts with the, ends with or arning.
Well, that would be cool too.
That'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was wrong. It wasn't the warning, but that's okay.
Well, like we
Um,
wouldn't say no to that.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
it's
that's
so if
great.
they came up to you and said, "Hey, you guys are pretty cool. You sound a lot like us. Let's do something together." You guys are like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Okay. Are there specific goals or milestones that you are hoping to achieve in the next couple of years as a band? Like, are there any plans right now? Like, what are you talking about a year and a half, 2 years from now?
We like to play in other parts of Canada because so far we've only played in BC.
Right.
So maybe hitting like some of the bigger like Toronto or Montreal. Also maybe venturing down into like Seattle or something, like
Right.
playing some of the like border states would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Sure.
be cool. I think like writing a full-length album
Yes.
in the next few years would be, that would
Yeah.
be
So like
awesome.
somewhere between
Yeah,
8
well,
and
like
12
we're working.
songs.
We're
working on
we're
it.
working on it, so
Yeah.
You guys go.
yeah.
Go.
Yes.
So for Jonah specifically, the song you chose was "Be My Fire" by the Bluestones.
Mhm.
Now, for those of you who don't know who they are, I know these guys. They're depends on the song, either alternative or rock. And guess what? They're Canadian, of course. And my question is, why did you pick this song by them? Is there something special about the song in particular, or is it just like you like it?
It's not like a very special song to me, but I really do like it. I think the drums are not too showy, but they're pretty funky as well. I really love when a drummer is able to do that and really serve the song, but still able to show that kind of style. I also really enjoy the lyrics in this song and the melody. I think it's really catchy and good, and it just shows that lyrics don't have to be super complicated all the time to get a real good meaning across, you know? So that's, I think, why I like the song a lot.
Absolutely. So let's listen to it right now. This is the Bluestones and "Be My Fire," which was a request by Jonah.
Baby, be my fire. Baby, be my flame. Baby, be the softly burning embers through December into June. Call your name. Baby, be my conjurer. And I hold you dear. Baby, be the visions in the night and wait till morning light for you to disappear. Baby, be my fire. Baby, be my fire. Baby, be my fire. Oh, be my flame. Well, I heard you whisper to all your friends. I heard you telling them that you need a man in who you can depend. Will I be the gasoline to keep you alive? And I be the cool so unbreakable. We burn together straight through the night. And that's alright. Baby, be my fire.
are back. Thank you. If you're still here after all this time, we are here with Quinn, Jonah, and Aria of Freeze the Fall. And we got more questions for them. So thank you for sticking around. So next, what do you guys think sets your band apart from other young bands in the hard rock and metal scene right now?
That's a good question. That's a good one.
I think actually we were kind of talking a little bit about this with Ice Feet because we also take a lot of care about our aesthetic, like how we dress and like just making our like consistent artwork and stuff. Not only like how like the music we write, but like how we present it to the world is a big part of our band as well.
And I think also that when we're working with people like, for example, our producer or the our friends who do our videos or like the photographers or whatever, we always make sure that we give them some creative freedom too.
For sure.
Like we're never like we give them direction and we're like, this is the vibe we're going for. But we also always accept like we acknowledge that they also are artists, right? Like we wouldn't want people to be like, okay, write me a song, but write it exactly like this. Like
Yeah.
it's not fun. So
Not
we
fun.
we acknowledge that for them too, and we're like, okay, this is the direction. Now play around within this type of space, and it always ends up really cool for videos and songs and pictures and
For sure.
all the artwork. So I think that also sets us apart.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
in the studio, we're pretty open to change in pre-production because our producer, he'll know what's best for the song, you know, but we can always be like, no,
Nope.
we love this part, man. You can't get rid of that. But
Yeah.
but of course, we're always so open to feedback and all that. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, we really don't have like egos. Like we defend ourselves like when we need to, but we're also like honestly we're just like we're ready to learn type of thing, you
For
know?
sure.
Right.
And I think
Yeah.
that's very important to be open-minded with that.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah.
And you guys must be learning a ton of stuff,
Mhm.
especially in
Mhm.
the studio, talking to the engineer, what
Oh,
they're
yeah.
doing, why they're doing it, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of learning.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because hold on to that knowledge, because as you guys continue down your path, your musical path, all of that information will come in handy at some point. So,
For sure.
Yeah.
you know, suck it all in. I mean, if you're a sponge for knowledge, keep doing it, because you're going to be a better person and a better musician and a better band in the long run if you do that. So just a little tip from myself.
Thank you.
So we're almost to the end of this reasonably long interview. So I want to have a little bit of fun here. So I've got a question here, and it's supposed to be a little bit humorous, but what would be your dream venue to play in? If you could play anywhere, where would you want to play?
Oh, like
Whoa.
literally anywhere or like
Literally anywhere
Literally
in the
anywhere.
world, like what coliseum,
Whoa.
what venue, whatever.
oh
Whoa.
damn.
Okay.
If it was just you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I always say I'd love to play the Royal Albert Hall. I think that'd be a beautiful venue because it's all like orchestra and stuff. Like it would be like an orchestral version of our music, which I think would be
That would be cool.
really,
So
really
That
cool.
would be sick.
Be cool to do hard rock in a classical venue, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of
The
my like my
acoustics
favorite
would be
band did one
amazing.
there,
Yes.
and it was beautiful. Yeah.
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 Ooh.
I don't know if I have any like specific venue, but I always think venues that are like really old, like really vintage
Yes.
looking are always so cool. They just have like a specific like feel. They've got a vibe to them, you know? So really any type of like older venue.
If
Yeah.
you guys ever in the future get out to Ontario, send me a text message. I can hook you up with some of these places.
Oh,
Okay,
perfect.
okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
you were going to
Thank you.
say?
Oh, I wasn't really gonna say much, but I think any festival like Download or Aftershock would be super cool. Just
Aftershock,
playing
yeah.
in front of all those people and with all those bands,
Yeah.
it would be really
That'd
cool
be
to
cool.
play something like that.
Yeah,
So
to
just
share
for the
visuals.
energy and the
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
and, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be awesome. That would be
Mhm.
awesome. So this one would probably make you guys laugh a little bit. And this is completely hypothetical. Let's suppose you guys go to a gig and you guys got switched up. If you had to switch instruments For one live show, who would play what and how would the night end up?
Well,
Oh.
okay, we're gonna look at guitar and vocals as two separate things. It's not like you take guitar
Hey,
and vocals.
don't
Oh,
do
okay.
so we can because Jonah's
Oh,
like
okay,
an
okay.
amazing dancer.
Yeah,
so you need to
Jonah's dance moves are wild, so he definitely needs to be the singer, so he can like run around.
Yes, because he's done
Yeah.
such good. That's like one day we need to do a song where you're like not playing the drums. you just
That would be pretty fun because then I wouldn't be confined behind the kit, right? I could
Yeah.
just run around stage.
dance around.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it's funny because yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So, there you go.
best dance moves,
So
but
good.
he's the one who is like stuck behind the kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
You still make that look like so cool.
Yeah,
Buddy knows.
Okay,
Yeah.
which one of you guys would be on drums though?
you tell us.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, didn't
Um,
Aria say that she played or her dad tried to get her
Like
into
That's
drums?
true.
16 years ago.
She's got the innate talent though. Aria, you'd be behind this. You'd be like, you wouldn't be able to see her. It'd just be sticks flying everywhere.
So Quinn
You're stuck
so
with
Quinn
bass
would
and
be the
guitar.
bass player.
Oh yeah, wait, I'm the bassist and the
You know, like one
guitarist.
of those like two necks like guitars and like bass and guitar.
There you go.
Oh my god. That's a tough
All I
one.
can say is, "Ah."
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
I'd pay so much money to see that.
One
I want to
day.
see that band
One
live.
day.
Oh, I'd pay to see that too.
Yes.
You'd finally like playing the Pretender.
Oh my God. Okay. Now, a little bit more serious here. I
Okay,
know that
yeah.
you guys have one more single that's supposed to be coming out in the next week or two. Tell me a little bit about the song. What's it called? What can you safely tell us about it?
What
Okay.
can we say
Usually-
about it? Wait, did we release the name yet or no?
No, not yet.
No, okay.
Well, you don't have to
Okay.
give us the name. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
we just got to think of like what we can say about it. It's another kind of like
Storytelling.
VHS. It's
Yeah.
go for it.
The video will be another storytelling video.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
Expect a really crazy video.
Expect
Yeah.
the most both physically and emotionally exhausting video we've ever
Yeah,
made.
yeah.
Now,
Absolutely.
ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something. We had to plan this interview very carefully because the band earlier today or in the past couple days were actually out shooting a video.
Mhm.
Is this by chance the video of the song that's going to be released in a week or so?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's correct. Yeah.
It's the same one. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
Totally stoked about that. I can't wait till that comes out. You guys have to let me
Yeah.
know when it's out or send it to me.
Of course.
For sure. We
Get
can't
Jenny
wait
to send
Yeah.
it out to
Yeah.
me.
We're
to see it when it's
we're
out too.
so excited
Excited.
too. We get just excited as like the fans and stuff.
Yeah.
Evan and Teddy, they come over to this house with the video, and everybody, like us and all the parents, we all sit in the living room over there,
And
Right.
and the anticipation, and then they play the music video, and we're like,
this one we know we're gonna cry. This one's special.
Oh.
yeah, we're gonna cry watching this video.
All of the songs are special, but this one's something.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
put
Okay.
so much work into that. For our parts, it took 4 days, 3,
4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
And then there was another scene that was shot that we weren't there for because we had school and also we weren't in that scene. It was some other people who were in it. So in
Okay.
total, it was 5 days.
To put into contrast, our Thrones videos, that was 5 videos in 1 day. Now we're doing one
One
video in 5 days.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's a
So
lot of work.
It was very,
Actually
very
funny.
draining.
No way.
Draining, but
So
very
so the song itself as a single, that's coming out in a week or two, right?
Same day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the video?
Same
Same
day.
day.
Same
Yeah.
time.
Really?
yes.
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys are get so is the video shoot over now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's over.
Okay, so now it's going to post.
It's just in the editing process.
Yeah, it's been over for about a week.
Yeah, we actually
Yeah.
we're shooting our last day this time last week.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Totally stoked. Totally stoked.
Mhm.
Us
So-
too.
Yes.
So on Niagara Live Sessions, we always end our show with a segment that we call BGX Radio's Rapid Fire Questions. You guys don't know these questions. I made sure that that Ginny didn't even know these questions.
Whoa.
So you guys
Ginny
have no
doesn't know
idea.
that.
Now, these questions are meant to be answered in as few words as possible and are made to be somewhat fun and entertaining. So basically, I'm going to ask for an answer from all of you for the same question, but I've got like, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions. Okay.
Okay.
So are you guys ready? You guys should be a little bit nervous, but not.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
stressing
Are
out.
you guys
Okay.
ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to start with Jonah then. So,
Oh.
well, yeah, because you're in the middle, like, so Jonah, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Don't Stop Believing.
Nice. Okay, Quinn.
The night begins to shine. Night begins to shine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do something.
Like Roar by Katy Perry.
Really? Oh my God.
Honestly, that's a good karaoke song.
It's good.
It's not an easy song to sing.
No,
either.
no.
I mean, it's really not.
I feel like for karaoke that makes it better though. Like
Yeah.
the more
Okay.
you can embarrass yourself.
Question number 2. And this time we'll start with Aria.
Okay.
What's your favorite comfort food?
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
And Quinn?
I was literally gonna say mashed potatoes and
She has
gravy.
them in the fridge right now.
Yeah, I just ate some.
Mac and
Don't-
cheese.
I was
Oh,
gonna say
they're
don't
in the
say
cabinet.
mashed potatoes and gravy.
Sorry.
No, for Jonah, I was
Oh.
gonna say don't say mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah. Mac
Gotta
and
be-
cheese is a solid one.
Mac
Yeah.
and cheese,
Yeah.
like the box stuff or the homemade stuff?
The
that
box
really
stuff.
good
Stuff for sure.
Okay. Okay. What's the best trip you've ever taken? Might as well start with Quinn.
I went to this really weird town in Saskatchewan called Priestville, and there were like 3 people who lived there, and I swear it was like a ghost town. It's so weird.
Oh my God.
Cancun in Mexico.
Why is that
I feel so
weird?
basic now.
Okay.
Probably going to Aftershock Festival, seeing my favorite band.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. When was that?
2022.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. This one should be easy, but not including this interview. What was the last song you listened to? You can start with Aria.
Wait, let me remember. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think it was Voices by Motionless in White. I think.
Okay.
Go ahead, Joe.
Beast and the Harlot by Avenged Sevenfold.
Good song. Good tune.
I think Walk With Me in Hell by Lamb of God.
Lamb of God. Wow.
It's a good one.
That's, I love metal, but that's a little too harsh for my blood. I mean,
Fair enough.
it's good stuff though. I mean, it's good
Yes.
stuff. There's no bad music. Well, okay, there is, but so okay. What is a band or artist that you listen to, but you try to keep it secret from others? Like,
Oh.
I'm a closet fan of.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Ooh. Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Um,
dun, dun, dun.
Well, it's not closet for these guys, but I always listen to like the How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack.
Okay.
It's so
This is
good.
way
Hey,
too
if we're
much
doing
fun.
that, then the Lion King soundtrack. I don't know, Hans Zimmer, I guess.
It's very
Really?
Chopin
Okay.
soundtrack.
Okay, we're all going soundtracks.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, we have some consistency there.
Yes.
Okay. So this one's a little bit tough. When I ask other people, they actually tend to have to think a little bit about this. But if
Okay.
given the choice of being either filthy rich but miserable for the rest of your life, or broke and ecstatically happy, which one would you choose?
Broken, ecstatically happy.
Yeah.
Me too.
Hundo P.
Same for all of us.
It's
Yeah.
a consistent, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay. This one could be a little uncomfortable for Jonah, but we'll see.
Oh.
What's a song that always makes you ugly cry?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Hmm. It's hard to pick one. There's too many.
There's so many.
You can do more than one.
Okay, probably How to Disappear Completely by Radiohead and Snuff by Slipknot.
Yeah, good choices, dog. Um,
You like played Snuff in the car the other day, and I was like looking out the window, and I was like,
oh
"Oh,
no,
God."
damn. Um, whew, I don't know if I have one of those, but
Damn.
yeah,
We'll come back to you.
okay,
For me, the Pain or Main series by Lorna Shore.
damn, yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
Yep.
And back to Jonah.
Yeah, I don't know if I got one of those,
You
but
don't? Oh, okay.
Or like, is there one that makes you like slightly like tearful? Slightly like, oh my goodness.
Anything by Britney Spears would make me cry.
that is facts.
Fair
I'll
enough.
support that every day.
It's okay. You don't have to have an answer. I don't want
Yeah,
to put you
yeah.
on the spot. Okay. So finally, and last question. The world really wants to know this. You've got a pizza in front of you. Is it okay to put pineapple on it?
Oh, definitely. Easy.
Does
I think-
pineapple belong on a pizza?
I think it's okay. I'm not like outlawing it, but I just won't have a piece, you know? It's not my favorite.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I support, but I don't seek it out.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Thanks for being good sports about that. That was awesome. So, okay, I'll be leaving, just so everybody who's listening in, I'll be leaving all of the band's social media links and everything on all of our all the BGX Radio social media platforms. So on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. And for those who wish to get in touch with the band, support them, buying their merch, that kind of stuff. And by the way, I always suggest that if you like the band, buy their merch, buy their albums, whether it's digital, grab a t-shirt, whatever, because that's what is going to help propel them forward financially. So please, please, please go. If you love these guys like I do, go and buy some merch and order it and help these guys out. And you never know, you could end up having the first, a t-shirt from the first batch before they became world famous and they're traveling all over the world and all that stuff, which I have no doubt is actually going to happen with these guys. So, so that being said, is there anything any or all of you want to say before we close?
I think just thank you so much for having us. This has been such a wonderful interview, and
Yeah.
thank you to anybody and everybody who's listening.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm more honored to have you guys on my show than the other way around, but I appreciate that you appreciate us. So,
Yeah, no problem.
so we're gonna end the show actually with the final song, and it's Broken Glass. So who wants to tell me a little bit about the song?
We also wrote that one when Jonah had a broken arm.
Funny, yeah.
Random.
That one, Broken Glass, is actually our old band name that we had for like 2 months when we first started out. We were called Broken Glass. We played our first show as Broken Glass, and then never again we changed to Freeze the Fall.
Yeah.
Well, Broken Glass is about people taking credit for your work, and they're saying that they've always been there, but really they're just trying to take advantage of your success. So that's kind of what Broken Glass is about.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for joining us today on another episode of Niagara Live Sessions on BGX Radio. We're going to close things off once again with one of my favorite new bands. This is Freeze the Fall and Broken Glass on BGX Radio. Rock on, everybody. We'll see you next week.
See me smiling. I never saw you there when you stood on broken glass. So don't even try to say that I followed your track. And if you need me today, find my reflection in the glass. But don't ever say that because of you will last. So you spend your time taking what others have. Don't try it on those who have a plan. Just listen when we say